Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Lucier here with our weekly Tongren session. Good to see everyone. Welcoming back everyone for our wonderful wellness community. For the people that are here for the first time, this is a distance healing technique. Myself, Joseph Lucier, I've been doing this technique about 20 to 30 years. And everyone watching, if you can sit with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up, relax those shoulders, and then just simply receive the energy. And if you want, in addition to that, you can put in your request directly onto Instagram or on the Facebook or social media pages or even my website at anusarwellness.com. So let's begin. So the first person we have today, blood flow to the brain. I teach this, and there are courses coming up in June. So you can actually do learn how to do this yourself, blood flow to the brain. And we work session by session, person by person rather. And the first person is Esther, left arm, difficulty in range of motion, osteoarthritis, and also the bladder. And also for Catherine, for eyes, vein health, and the answers to the biggest questions in life. So let's work on all of those, GB13 especially for that. So we move blood flow to the brain, sensory cortex, motor cortex, hypothalamus, pituitary, but this is also the crystal palace, the home of cranial sacral fluid. So GV17, which is our point right here. I'm going to sit back just a little bit so you can actually watch my hands if you like. Cardiac, respiratory, vasculatory center. So we always talk about blood flow and nerve flow, and we tap just to focus our mind. It's not about the doll or the hammer. It's about our mind. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. C3 for the eyes, GV17 for the eyes. Blood supply, blood flow to the eyes. Facial artery. And the spine, our main focus. So T1 to T8, anti-inflammation for osteoarthritis, the left arm, which is the nerves, to the left arm. And continue down for the microbiome for inflammation, and T7 for the blood flow, S1 to 5 for the nerve flow for the bladder. GV17 for the nerves, vein health, So I hope those supplements might be helping you and supporting you. And then always grounding. CV4 also for the bladder, so there are 3 Dantian areas. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1, as we always do, bring the energy to the earth. So next we work with Happy Mama, Curious Guest, blood flow to the brain. Seems is known on Facebook. Yep, it's working. So Happy Mama. Fertility, blood, lymph, healthy blood, lymph, strong immune system, blood flow to the brain. And will also work for Andy, of course. Command points to the brain, GV 1920, 2122. Also the crystal palace, hypothalamus, thalamus, pituitary, pineal gland. Happy hormones and hormone balancing. Pituitary, GV 20. Good to see you, Siobhan. Blood flow, nerve flow. So bones, T1. Lymph, T3. Lymph, T7, the spleen. So we're going to work on the bones. Healthy blood, which produces healthy bones, which produce the blood. And for Deb, severe brain injury. So let's work on the bones, bone marrow, and happy hormones. And the immune system, T1 to 8 for everyone. Let's work T9, the liver for the eyes. And the ouch point for the eyes. Work some more for the eyes. Blood flow to the eyes. T1 to T8. Additional points for the bone marrow. GB 39. And the blood, also the spleen, T7. Spleen 6 for the blood. And GB 13. And the vagus nerve, vagal tone. Down the torso to the belly. liver 3, and kidney 1. So let's work with curious guests, but an extra boost actually for the bones and for the bladder. We'll do the craniosacral system. Crystal Palace for Happy Mama and Esther. Crystal Palace to T1 to GV17 to T1. Sacrum 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Tailbone 1 to 4. So Deb, many issues. I'll read this for everyone. From a severe brain injury, vanishing thoughts. Think of something and it is gone. Balance issues, comprehension issues, extreme mental fatigue, nausea, plus loose teeth and receding gums. For Ed, lots of concussions over the years, mental confusion, memory loss, as well as major hearing loss. So a lot of brain stuff going on. So let's do blood flow to the brain. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Additional for fertility, by the way, for anyone that's interested, CV4 and L3. So why don't we do 3 blood flows to the brain? Carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery for the brain. And while we're here, balance issues, GV17. So for extreme mental fatigue, I would definitely look into copper supplements. And anti-inflammation, but C3, 4, and 5 for loose teeth, receding gums. So coconut swishing with sesame oil would be a good option. And we're also working on the concussions and happy thoughts, GV13 for Laura. So blood flow, nerve flow for Siobhan. Breast and lung. So that's pretty close. T3, T4. So it sounds like your blockage is in the same area. T3, T4. Also, lung and breath, vagus nerve, phrenic nerve, lung 1, lung 2, and CV17 for Siobhan. And next we'll tap for Andy. Make sure we get to that. Prostate to the bone and fractured left femur. I wish I understood more why that happens exactly like that. Prostate cancer left femur break? Is it something about the left femur or the prostate? What's the connection to that? What do you think? So mammary arteries also for Siobhan. Breast arteries, and again T4, T3, T4, breast and lung. And for Ed, also the same, 3 blood supplies for the brain. Carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital arteries. So TC1 and GB13 right side for memory loss. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. T8 to 12, digestion, absorption, and elimination. So I hope people got some good information from the webinar. Okay, next we work with curious guest, Dorothy. Okay, so let's work for your friend Andy, prostate to the bone. So there are certain things you can do to balance your hormones. This is a lot of times a hormone transformation issue, testosterone into estrogen. And there's a product called DIM I would recommend. There's also herbs, pygium, saw palmetto. There's a great company called Crystal Star I use for elevated PSA. Eliminate all dairy products, meat products. That will encourage elevated PSA, anything inflammatory. Blood flow to the brain for Andy. So curious guest, I hope you enjoyed the webinar. Yep, it was very informative. I just have to give out as much information as possible, but not interested in overwhelming people. So Dorothy, macular degeneration, wet both eyes plus cataracts. So for cataracts, I've been seeing people use, of course, NAC, which is a specific amino acid. It's in a book called The Cataract Cure, which I recommend. Also for the eyes, small amounts of castor oil in the eyes would be also a recommendation. Always talk to your doctor about anything you put into your eyes. But that's another idea, which sounds good to me. Blood flow to the brain. So let's work on the eyes and the eyes and the eyes. C3 for the eyes, also for Catherine again. Ouch point for the eyes. Facial artery blood flow to the eyes. Occipital arteries for the eyes. T1 to T8, inflammation. So the question is, this is an important question. I want everybody to hear this. What else can you use castor oil for? Does it work on cysts, inflammation, etc.? That is its superpower. Cysts, ovarian cysts, all kinds of cysts. You make castor oil packs and you put them on your liver, on your belly, or over a cyst area. They're especially good for cysts. Yes, that is its strength. Guaranteed. Okay, so let's see. Macular degeneration, still working on that. C3, C4 for the eyes. Ouchie point for the eyes. Cataracts. NAC or castor oil. But be very careful with these things. Talk to your eye doctor first. The liver for the eyes also. Degeneration, that's inflammation, T1 to T8. I would put castor oil packs on the liver for everyone. And we're also working for Drew, kidneys and legs. L1, L2, lumbosacral plexus for the legs. So let's work on the lymph drainage. And it comes to nodes, which are collection centers, like a bus station for buses. In the armpits, lymph drainage also for happy mama, axillary lymph, inguinal lymph, and belly lymph. Uterine fibroid. There's a company called thefertilityshop.com. They have specially made kits with herbs and castor oil and packs all together for cysts, especially for uterine fibroids. They have a uterine fibroid kit. So Jolly Specimen, I highly recommend that one. And that will help all of your other areas as well. And then you can also use that same kit for your kidney tumor. I highly recommend that for you. For constipation, I highly recommend our upcoming seasonal oxygen flooding colon cleanse. Foundational medicine for everyone. We do it by group and support each other. And grounding for now. Liver 3 and kidney 1. We'll continue to work on the eyes. We're also going to work for Ferris, his mom, big time. Might be another option for you. Castor oil, make sure it's organic, hexane-free, cold-pressed, healthy castor oil pack. Check it out. Make sure it's in a bottle, ideally a tinted bottle. Those are the quality characteristics for castor oil. It's pretty safe. So, for Jolly Specimen, neck and upper back soreness without reason, massage, stretch, and wear Tom's headband and clip. Doesn't seem to be helping. So let's work blood flow to the brain. And for everyone, relax your shoulders. Ready? Come on, guys. Relax. But we will work on the shoulder release point. GB21, the high point of the shoulders. And shoulders stretching. So for the shoulders, magnesium oil, especially at nighttime, magnesium chloride, transdermal magnesium oil on your shoulders at night. In the morning, it will be much better. So let's work now for eyesight. Optic nerve issue, so GB789. I might even start tonight experimenting with my cayenne pepper eye bright herbal eye drops. There's also a product called 2020 based upon saffron. It's called Eye 2020. And Clear Eye, which is another product which looks excellent. Vertebral artery to spinal artery, but C3 for the eyes. Ouch point for the eyes. Blood flow, facial artery for the eyes. Qigong for the eyes is a good idea. GV17 for the vertigo. GV17, BL9. Hello, Asha. Blood flow, nerve flow to the spine. So Jolly Specimen, kidney, tumor, cancer, fibroids, as I said, go to the place, I think it's called fertilityshop.com or thefertilityshop.com. Hethier, Rodriguez, customized, basically specialized kits just for these reasons. Constipation, I would recommend the colon cleanse to initialize. That's based upon the research and science of Tesla from 1895, so 130 years ago. I've used it hundreds of times with hundreds of patients for vertebral artery, G1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So the prostate area, that area, hormone balancing GV20 and L3 for the prostate, T1 for the bones. And let's do again the optic nerve GB789, the optic nerve GB23, GV23 governing vessel 23, and grounding kidney tumor, so kidneys, L2, L2, L2. Skin needles, tingling when hot flash, constipation. So for colon cancer, for constipation, for colon area for J, lumbosacral plexus, big focus, big focus. That would be T11, T12, L1, I'm sorry, L4, L5, S1, S2. And grounding, but also bladder 54 to support the kidneys as well. And for all cancers, let's do right now an oxygen protocol for everyone. Cancer is a natural process that arrives during an oxygen deficiency. So, phrenic nerve to the diaphragm, lung 1, lung 2 for the oxygen, G3 for the lungs, T6 also for the diaphragm. So we want to maximize oxygen for all of you. There are different ways you can do it, through breathing techniques, specialized waters. CV4 also for constipation. So for Jolly Specimen, keep up the good work, but I think magnesium transdermal topical magnesium oil will be a game changer for you, and keep up all the other good stuff. And plenty of yoga, upward dog, downward dog. Sounds like a good option for you. So good to see you, Asha. Colon therapy would be a good option for you to cleanse the colon, to flood it with oxygen. There are different ways, including my recommended one, but I would also put a gastro pack on the lower belly area below the belly button. Blood flow to the brain. COVID recovery. How long has it been? It's long-term COVID. T1 to T8 for COVID. So we really want blood flow to the brain because the brain is impacted about 1,000 times more than the lungs in COVID. T1 to T8 for COVID. Blood flow to the brain. Look for things with nicotine in them. If you have breathing issues and insomnia, if you have sleep apnea, there's always sleep tape. Post shingles pain. Build your immune system, microbiome, fermented foods. T11, T12, L4, L5. Low energy. Eat lots of copper-rich foods. Can't gain weight back because the digestion is slowed down. So let's work on the vagus nerve, the gut-brain axis. GB12, CV12. If anything, can't gain weight back, tons of probiotics. Better yet, fermented foods, lots of high fiber foods. Scrape that colon clean. Okay. So we have Curious Traveler, Jolly, Specimen, Bill, Anthony, and anyone else coming up. So I want to put a special shout out for Christine and Liam and Alcides. So let's work on the vagus nerve for Christine and Liam. Phrenic nerve, vagus nerve, gut-brain axis for Christine and Liam. CV4 to calm down the gut. T1 to T8. Energy levels, so improved digestion, absorption, elimination, thyroid, parathyroid for making more mitochondria. So the specific place to get the castor oil packs, fertilityshop.com is the best one for ovarian, uterine issues. So that would be the Fertility Shop or fertilityshop.com. So tiredness, T1 to T8, reduce inflammation, detoxing to allow energy to get into the cell and remove toxins. Okay. And we will be working on you soon, Tunukili, for breast cancer, emotions, and focus. And let's work specifically on a phrenic nerve blockage. Phrenic nerve starts on the side of the neck in the sky window. Okay, and the phrenic nerve comes down the torso. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. So next we work with Bill Anthony, overactive bladder, Parkinson's. So there's a great product from a company called Crystal Star called Bladder Strength. And the overactive part would be inflammation and Parkinson's. So these are all nerve issues, maybe associated tremors. In the right hand, there's a great herbal remedy called Mucuna, Mucuna, space pruriens, Pruriens, for shaking, any shaking syndromes, any associated tremors. Mucuna pruriens, Mucuna, space Pruriens. An excellent company to get it is Himalaya. This is an Ayurvedic Indian herbal solution. So blood flow to the brain and also Tundrakil. Blood flow to the brain, brain command points. Parkinson's in many ways is also recognized through constipation. Let me know, Bill, if you also have constipation. That would be good to know. That is ground zero for improving Parkinson's by improving the microbiome, because there are proteins that migrate from the gut to the brain. Therefore, it clogs up the brain, a specific place called the substantia nigra part of the brain, which is also near the area for controlling tremors. Blood flow to the brain. And next we have our hero, Augustina. So for emotions, to Drakil, GB13, right side. And brain command points, brain stem command points. So Bill, Anthony, let me know if you have constipation as well. And Tim, welcome. Blood flow, nerve flow to the spine, and breast cancer T4 will work on both sides. But focus as well as GB13, right side for everyone. T4 for the breast. Anti-inflammation, T1 to T8. Like the lumbar 1 to 5, sacrum 1 to 5. Also the emotions in the gut. Absolutely. So Bill, focus on constipation, either through colon cleansing, fermented foods, high fiber foods, more hydration. And second, for Parkinson's. Oftentimes it is associated with lead toxicity or other toxicity in the brain as well. So detoxing through cleansing, through cilantro, through green smoothies, through sea vegetables. Those are the things that I've used successfully with Parkinson's patients before. And tremors, especially in the right hand, brachial plexus, nerves down to the right hand. CV17 also for the breast cancer, for Tongren, mammary arteries, so blood flow, nerve flow, mammary arteries, lung 1, lung 2. T1 to T8. So let's work in the area of the bladder, which is the nerves, overactive bladder, lumbosacral plexus for Bill. And grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. So next we have Augustina and other people with brain issues or brain stem issues. So let's do it. Blood flow to the brain, and we also have husband for glaucoma, jelly specimen, and multiple myeloma. So we'll work on all of those. Blood flow to the brain command point. So you got to turn on your car, right? This is how we turn on the brain, turn on the body. And we will also work on shoulder stiffness right now, shoulder release point. Blood flow and brain flow for Augustina. 3 blood supplies. Carotid artery, sky window. Vertebral artery, trapezius. Occipital artery, base of the skull. and GV17 for the brainstem specifically. And again for essential tremor, focus on essential tumor for Martha. And blood flow, nerve flow, T1 and T8 for anti-inflammation to support anti-tumor activity. Next is shoulders, shoulder release point, and the nerves. Brachial plexus for the shoulders and neck. Shoulder release point for the shoulders and neck, and the ouch point right at the corner on the top of the trapezius. T1 to T8 for Augustina. Glaucoma, so beet juice, I suggest fermented beet juice. That'll help with your glaucoma. It adds into vasodilation just as it does for high blood pressure. Same thing. So multiple myeloma, two parts. One is the craniosacral support of the bones, crystal palace to the sacrum, T1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In addition to that, the bone superpoints, T1, GB39. And some more for glaucoma, GV17. And the neck again, shoulder release point, sky window, trapezius, occiput, and sacrum 1 to 5. So for shoulder stiffness, castor oil is one option. Another option is magnesium chloride, transdermal topical magnesium oil. Good option for that. All muscle release or castor oil packs overnight. So let's work on multiple myeloma as we just did. Heather for TBI, traumatic brain injury. Vasculitis. So let's do one more good round for everyone. What causes scalp pain with pressure? So fermented beets or fermented beet juice. It's called KVASS. A good source is from Arizona this time of the year. If you ship it because of the heat, it will probably explode. So Lost Art has fermented beets. Micro Mama. Where part of the country or the world are you located, Jelly Specimen? What causes scalp pain with pressure? I would massage castor oil, coconut oil into the scalp. I don't know exactly what would cause that. Little things that cause dandruff, but definitely massage, get some circulation in there, and get some deep penetrating oils like coconut oil or castor oil. Micro Mama also has fermented What part of the world are you in, Jolly Specimen? So let's continue on the traumatic brain injury. That's with 3 blood supplies to the brain. That would be the way to focus on that. Carotid artery to the brain, vertebral artery to the brain, and occipital artery to the brain. More blood to the brain. If you go to a website, drcircus, SIRCUS.com, I think it's called Ancient Minerals. Any magnesium chloride transdermal topical is fine. Get the ones that don't have additives. You can order it from my health food store. They can ship it to you. Not very long. How long is for the scalp massage? Not really sure. Just start off slowly, 30 seconds. But put in some oils to deep penetrate. If it's sensitive to pressure, it sounds like there's not enough circulation. That's my guess. Yeah. Blood flow to the brain. San Jose. I lived in Monterey for about a year. Find local fermented beet juice. Oh, fermented beet juice, gut shot. There you go. Just get gut shot. GUTSHOT from a company called Farmhouse Brands. There you go, gut shot. It's over the counter. I think it's made in California or Canada. Blood flow to the brain. So we do work on everything for the traumatic brain injury. Vasculitis is GV17. So the question is, can scalp skin inflammation affect the spine? Any skin inflammation oftentimes is caused by a liver deficiency because it deals with toxicity and releasing toxins. I don't know if it can affect the spine or if the spine is another signal. That's a good question. Does the scalp need to wash after oil massage? I would definitely put it in and leave it for a little while, then wash it out. Maybe even 10 or 15 minutes. Good question. Castor oil will increase circulation. Coconut oil will heal. Just a small amount. Dr. Bronner makes shampoos with a lot of these ingredients that even have essential oils. Dr. Bronner, Bronner. Use them in a diluted way. So circulation. Now leg circulation. Lumbosacral plexus. Skin cancer, so T4 for the skin. For Sarah. And oxygen, which is anti-skin. Skin cancer a lot of times is caused by toxicity of the liver, so I would also detox the liver. Because if the liver doesn't detox, then the second organ of detox, the skin, gets the burden of toxins and it shows up on the skin. So let's work on the phrenic nerve. So the magnesium chloride is for muscles. The scalp would be different for the coconut oil or a little bit of castor oil. Small amounts. Let me know how that goes. And let's do grounding for everyone. So somebody had durian the other day and they thought of me. My nickname is Durian Head when I was in Singapore. So durian is great stuff. How to detox the liver? The easiest way to do it is castor oil packs on the liver overnight. Otherwise, bitter herbs in your food or supplements. Grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's do a little bit of chi and send everybody on their way. Focus the chi on the 3 dantian areas, upper dantian for the brain and all the brain requests for today. CV17 for all the lungs, breast areas to charge the battery. This is the middle dantian. And the lower dantian for the colon, stomach, liver, kidney, bladder areas. Durian Head, yeah, that was my nickname. Castor oil is brilliant. If you're curious about it, especially for the history and lots of real cases, look up Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you all next week. Catherine, hope that stuff is helping you. Let me know if it's helping. We'll continue to fine-tune, improve, and find out ways to fix as much of everyone's situation we can. Brainstorm back and forth. Let's do it. Thank you very much, everyone. Good to see you. Keep coming. Healing momentum is subtle, but if you do, frequency a lot of times is more important than quantity. So with myself, with others throughout the week, just do a little bit, build that tidal wave of healing momentum. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.